Nebraska officially began preparations for Wyoming here on Tuesday. Hi, this is Sean Callahan for HuskerOnline.com, and a big topic of discussion here as we spoke with several of Nebraska's players and coaches was targeting.
Our methodology of tackling, we have a strike zone from the shoulders, from the armpits to the knees. It should never be a factor. The thing that's going to always get you is when the offensive player lowers their head. And the fault still lies, and the onus still lies to the defensive team. And I don't know where to go with that. I think it's a good thing. You shouldn't hit people in the head. It's been proven that getting hit in the head is not a good thing to do.
I don't know. I mean, Aaron Williams put his forehead in the guy's temple, and Luke barely gets him on the chin. So I don't know. I saw a tight end from somewhere got hurt, and he said I'd rather go up high than down low. So they got to figure it out, and but we got to adjust too. So they're going to call it no matter what, whether it's good or bad. So we have to adjust and lower our target zone. And this tackling is definitely, I think, should help with it.
Ben kind of mentioned it today, but pretty much what he told us was just to stay within our our technique. Like the things we've been learning was keeping our head out of it and stuff like that. And that's kind of the big emphasis in targeting right now. And so if we just stick to our technique and practice that every day, we should be all right.
And for a guy like senior safety and captain Nathan Gerry, Saturday's game against Wyoming will be his first action since the bowl game where he was ejected for targeting.
Awful. It was tough. But, we got a new week and finally back and ready to get going.
What did you find yourself doing during the course of the game?
Just playing the football, honestly. But, just trying to find the younger guys, especially, talking to maybe JoJo on the sideline too and stuff like that, just to give them mental reps for some of the people who aren't in the game, and maybe talk to some guys on the sideline who what I'm thinking, maybe stuff like that, and just to see we're on the same page.
One of the players that was forced to step up in Gary's absence this past week was true freshman defensive back Lamar Jackson.
I mean, it was really exciting. Like, that's all that at the beginning. That's all you wanted to go out there and play. Like it's one thing to say it, and it's one thing to actually do it. So once I got out there, I had to just take some deep breath, shake the nerves off, and just play.
How do you think you did?
I think I played all right. Like, the biggest thing is I learned that, like, people are going to catch the ball and you got to have a short-term memory. Like, because when I did, like, people did catch the ball, and, like, when I got scored on, like, none of my teammates nobody really, like, knocked me down. They kind of built me up. So once I realized that, I was like, just go out there and play. And, they depended on me to be out there, so they trusted me, so I just did my thing.
And when you look at the challenge that Wyoming is going to present this week for the Huskers, it's going to be a different style of offense. They play with fullbacks, tight ends, and their performance this past Saturday against Northern Illinois has gotten the Huskers' attention.
Wyoming is a really good football team, and I'm not trying to blow them up. I showed two of their players to our team. I showed them the quarterback, Josh Allen. I always just say his name wrong. Josh Allen. The kid's 6'5", 221 pounds. He has got a gun for an arm.
It's going to be fun. It's just going to be like, playing a Big Ten team. They got a big offensive line. They got a good-sized running back who's going to, go downhill and keep his feet moving. So it's going to be a fun game and, actually get to hit somebody instead of running sideline to sideline.
And then the other kid, Brian Hill, the running back, 6'1", whatever he is, 6'1", he's a little over 200 pounds. But I don't care if he's 5'7", 165 pounds. He has got a heart of a lion. I mean, he runs hard. He pushes the pile. I put a clip together for the team today when we went through the scouting report and that. And he's got great balance, great toughness. He does not go down.
They're your typical, North Midwest team that, they're tough-nosed people and they like to run the ball. And we just got to show that we're bigger and badder up front, and, we just got to stop the run.
Look, anytime you play a team that runs the ball on you, who tries to run the ball, that's you always got to bowl for the challenge. But that's Fresno State tried it. Every team's going to try. We're in the Big Ten, and that's kind of the mentality of what we see. We see it with our own offense. So, it's a good team. They have a good offensive line, and we've got to step up our game this week.
Another challenge this week for Nebraska will be the 11 a.m. kickoff. The Huskers don't play a lot of 11 a.m. games traditionally, and they can present challenges just getting your players ready. And Banderas said they've given them some special glasses that might help them with that.
It's a little challenge, but I think I think the coach has got some stuff planned for, kind of getting us up Saturday morning, getting us moving. And I think they got us these new glasses that block blue light that just suppresses your melatonin or something. I don't know. So they're trying to get us to sleep this week.
And you're going to sleep in those all week?
Well, you're supposed to wear them like 3 hours before bed, and it's supposed to help your melatonin or something stay up. I don't know. So it's over my science. I don't know.
And they're wearing them now, or is like?
No, yeah, we got them today. So they said wear them 3 hours before bed, and you should sleep better. So, I mean, by all means.
Every night?
Every night, whatever, yeah.
And finally, Wyoming will have a trio of former Huskers on their coaching staff, and Craig Bohl and former Husker quarterback Mike Grant and Steve Stanner. But for a guy like Perella this past week, it was the first time he had coached a game at Memorial Stadium.
You know, I mean, it was, like I always say, we had the best place in college football to play. If you're a player, this is, obviously it's a big deal. I mean, big deal here in Nebraska, a big deal everywhere. So it's, it was awesome to be part of it. It really is. And, but for me, it was more taking care of our guys and making sure they're prepared and they're not, losing their minds before we even get on the field.
No new injury news here to report from Tuesday. The Huskers come back at it again here on Wednesday. Reporting with the Nebraska football team in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.